everybody, it's Charlotte Moore. We're out here at the Marquise Marriott in Washington, D.C. for the Diaspora World Cup Foundation Gala. Now, soccer, it's more than just a sport. It's a culture and a lifestyle. And the Diaspora World Cup Foundation uses soccer not only to empower and inspire, but also help impoverished communities around the world. Let's take a look.
Education and sports specifically is one part of what they're trying to do. So they invited me together with the Diaspora World Club to be here tonight, and I am really glad I was able to follow all the great speakers we had tonight and hear so much about the organization. And I really hope that more countries will continue to be on this group. And I really promise that, especially, I don't know the list of countries from Europe who are part of this great initiative, but I am sure that having the diasporas of this country going together through the World Cup, Diaspora World Cup initiative, it's a way not simply to play football, but it's a way to gather together and to exchange cultures and to raise our kids with the philosophy that we are all in one world and we should be so much supporting each other, and probably this is where we all would like to go.
But if you can at least believe that you, starting with yourself, empowering yourself and empowering your community around you to make that change, to make sure the undocumented community is being treated well, to make sure that the immigrant community is being treated as human beings, to make sure that the people of color are being treated in this country as they're human beings without being stopped by the police, being shot by the police, being used as currency in a detention center so they can fill out, a private detention center. They can get money for our bodies in there. And, there's so many things that we need to worry about that perhaps, no, we cannot change everything. But just like Dreamers did, that we got together and we said we need to come out, tell our stories, I encourage you to do that. And I am so thankful that you're here to be able to make that step. And I am so thankful as a soccer fan that we're here trying to make that step using soccer as our first tool.
Emily, the Diaspora World Cup Foundation has a really strong influence in children. Can you talk to us about that a little bit?
Yes, sure. The Diaspora World Cup Foundation aims to eliminate all of the illiteracy amongst children and young adults throughout the whole world. And they pretty much use soccer as a facilitator to bring people together to be able to raise funds and then go back and put them through school.
You produce so many events throughout the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. What makes this event different?
I mean, this event is very dear to my heart because it's directly impacting children, and they are doing a very good job at going around the globe. They are in South America, in Africa, the Caribbean. They're really going around dedicating themselves into changing the lives and teaching the importance of education to our younger generation, which essentially is our future generation.
Ambassador, you delivered such a monumental speech. Why is it so important for you to support events like tonight?
I come from Albania, and as I mentioned, Albania is a small country in Europe, but we always believe that we are big and powerful, and we have to do a lot more to show the world how much Albanians can do. So I was very happy to have received the invitation and be here, because education and sports is an important element and focus of our countries. And football is our number one, probably, sports in the country. So I said, why not? There is a place where people have come to tell stories, and I have a story of my country to tell. So this is why I was very great for me to be part of it.
Was there any moment tonight that really stood out to you, your favorite highlight for the night?
Actually, they were all such a great stories, and it was personal stories, but which have made changes in lives of so many people. And me being here tonight and supporting the Albanian diaspora to be part of this event, not simply tonight, but part of a bigger idea of having football between the diasporas played in DC, but not only, wider in the United States, I think is a great opportunity for diasporas to engage, to cross culture, to tell each other those stories or how difficult it is for a lot of them to come and stay in the United States, but, which is very important for me, for people to start telling stories how they should actually go back in their countries and share their experience and give back to their countries in any ways possible, because I believe that's the only way we can change the whole world.
I love it. Connecting the entire, all the communities together. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Marriott. Welcome to Washington, D.C. Welcome to the Diaspora World Cup. I believe in education. Without a good education, I would not be here tonight speaking to you in English. I was born on September 20, 1972 in Yaoundé, Cameroon. My father was a businessman. My mother was a housewife. My mother was illiterate. She could not read or write. My father has about 10 years of primary and secondary education. I did not get a chance to know them very well. When I was 9 years old, my mother died in a plane crash. And my father passed away when I was just 13. It was hard. It was very hard. But here was the good news. I would play soccer every weekend. There was an even better news. I was lucky. I was very lucky. Because I had a brother who believes in education. I was lucky because I had a brother who believed in education. So much so that he had to move mountains to bring me here in the United States. I will never forget that day. It was a Monday, August 26th, in Dallas Airport. He gave me a big hug. He said, "Welcome to America. Now you're on your own. This is a land of opportunity."
It's important to address that, immigration is not just a U.S. Issue, right? It's a global issue, and it's also really for everyone to really understand, how can we start talking about these issues in a way that soccer, such a sport, can really bring people together to figure out how we can talk about this and bring those solutions, and at the same time, bring the community together to figure out how we can also support each other with, not just within the U.S. but across the country, across the globe.
And we need more events like this, don't you agree?
I agree. I think I'm really excited to see so much diversity. I'm really excited to, be sitting across in our own table. We have about 5 languages being spoken at the same time. It's just really amazing to see that. But at the same time, that we can actually speak about the same problems that happen not only here but in other countries as well.
I am one of those who went to college because through soccer, I was able to get a scholarship and play soccer and pay for my education. Otherwise, that would have never happened. And that opened a lot of doors for me eventually to be able to come back and serve the community. So I am proof that this kind of initiative is actually beneficial to the community.
We live in a global community now, and I think it's so important for us as minorities especially to invest in our communities. And so when you think about a global stage, what better organization than this to support and give back? So I'm so excited about tonight. You mentioned it before, you know, galas happen in Washington, D.C. every night, but tonight's inaugural dinner is especially exciting for me and so many because we are thinking about the global stage in our international community.
We are going to work. We are not here for a fancy dinner and glamour. We are here to work. And we hope that you join us, reach the goal, and let's make the 21st century a better world, not for us, but for our kids, future generations ahead. Thank you, Burton, for doing this and having such a genius mind to put Diaspora World Cup, not only from the grassroots, putting together countries, but also for having the idea to evolve it into a foundation for such a great cause, eradicating illiteracy, giving women, young boys and girls the opportunity for better education, not in the United States, but worldwide, so that we can close the gap. Let us leave here tonight with the hope that we all can contribute in making that goal possible. Thank you, and thank you again for coming.
What an amazing event, the Diaspora World Cup Gala, fighting illiteracy in impoverished communities. As you can see, so many amazing people were out here tonight, from ambassadors to global influencers and VIPs. There were amazing speakers, great food, and most importantly, this is an organization that gives back to children. Keep watching Cali TV. Follow us on Twitter on Cali TV. Go to our website, calitv.com. And guess what? We got Instagram now, so like us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to check out our Facebook page. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.